Sam, if I could harvest the energy in that place.
Harvest it, and where would you do with it?
I could power Nairobi for at least a day. Like, do you know how much energy it would take to power a place for like a day? A lot of energy.
The screams of 1,000 college girls.
The screams of 1,000 college girls.
The screams of 1,000 college girls will power Nairobi for a day.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
We should send the government some tips. Maybe get into a contract with them. Just be going to shows.
I know,
it's like Monsters Inc. It's like Monsters Inc.
But
out here. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to episode 48 of the 30% podcast, hosted by yours truly, Afam, and my amazing co-host, Sam. Sam, what's up?
Your amazing award-winning co-host.
Oh, sorry, scratch that. My amazing award-winning co-host,
Thank you
Sam Are Jedidiah.
Yes.
What's up?
Really like the Jedidiah. You're leaving out the other one also. What's going on? How are you doing, man? It's a new day.
This is episode 48.
Sorry.
It is a new day, but it is also a new day to acknowledge that this is episode 48, aka our 48 Laws of Power episode. Do you want to hear my favorite 48 Laws of Power
I
quote?
haven't read that book, so I'll be hearing this for a new time.
Well, me neither. I've only seen... Well, I've read it like partially.
Afam. Wow.
No, I've read it partially, if I'm being honest. But I didn't read the whole thing. I read the ones that looked interesting. This is an interesting one because it speaks to human nature. Well, they all speak to human nature. But, well, some people say this book is very manipulative. That's a debate for a different day. Anyway, law number 46, Sam, is never appear too perfect. Because they say, this is the description, never appear better than other people because that'll form envy and silent enemies.
That's their problem.
Admit harmless vices to appear more human and approachable. What do you think about that?
That's not my problem, bro. If I'm doing something perfectly, I'm doing it perfectly. I'm not going to unperfect my perfects just so I don't hurt someone's feelings. Nah, go deal with you. There should be a 48 laws of something else next, like how to deal with 48 laws of how to deal with your negative emotions. That should be the next book.
You don't think there's some validity to that?
If you really think about it, like deeply, probably there is, but then
there is.
At the end of that, it's not my fault. Like,
trust me, the moment it isn't your fault, but that's I feel like that's coming from like, I get it. Like, excellence is great. You're excellent at something, but trust me, you look at all the people who are really dope at what they do. Just see how, if you're consistently really good at doing something, there's always somebody who's gonna hate on you. You can't always be too perfect. But look at Messi. Like, for me, in my eyes, if I look at Messi, I'm like, bro, this guy smokes it all the time.
Yeah.
But then just think about how many people hate that man with all their guts, like, as a footballer. Like, people are like, there's no way Messi is the best. For
almost
me,
like how you hate Ronaldo, huh?
But if you even compare the two, bro, Messi is just leaps and bounds above Ronaldo. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You look at certain artists in the music industry, they're successful for so many years, but nobody's gonna let you be successful for so many years without them, like, ultimately finding a reason to absolutely despise you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the thing about human nature. If you win too much, we're just not gonna like you. You know what I mean? So you have to have that.
But then again, with the even with the whole recent Drake thing, if you're not perfect they're still.
I wasn't
going to
talking
clown you.
about Drake, by the way.
No,
but,
no, I
yeah.
know. I'm just putting him because we talked about him. Like, if you're not perfect, they're going to clown you, and if you're perfect, you can't appear perfect because then.
Yeah, exactly. What you're describing is factual. Yeah.
So, okay.
But you can never. But
People
I
need
feel
to
like
deal with-
appearing.
People need to deal with their feelings. That's what people need to do. People need to deal.
Let me
with their
tell you
feelings.
what people resonate more with things that they see in other people that they see in themselves.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah. So I know Afam isn't a perfect person. So my ideal role model would be somebody who is successful at what they do. But then imagine if like a super like successful like music and industry individual was doing like an interview, and then they were like, yo, yeah, I got where I am, and it's through hard work, but like one of the things about me that I wish I could improve is like I procrastinate a lot, or I'm not like too confident in my things, and I'll be like, yeah, because like that's something that I relate to.
Yeah, but what about that?
You know what I mean? So that makes them more it humanizes them more for me by them exposing their like imperfections. That's what I relate to more. I feel like if somebody is always just so perfect, it's like fuck, like I can't be that, and that makes me kind of resent you in a way, even if it's subconscious. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's a slight resentment to seeing somebody being just so perfect and you not being able to attain that. And I know some people. I know there's people out there who are like, nah. Me, I don't care about like, I'm such an individual, whatever. But like somewhere deep inside your humanness, like there's that.
That's why I think
that
reality TV is really especially the celebrity ones. All this is like 1 million of them now. Are popular. I think it's because people are looking to see more than the perfect image of artists and actors and whatever it could be. So yeah, people still do need to deal with their feelings.
They do, but hey. Anyway, Sam, how was your week?
That was a good little counseling session that we had there. Week was all right, man. I've been creating, so that's what I've been doing. Been making music again. Got over the block finally. Sort of. Now I'm trying to get over multi-genre block.
Nice.
There's layers to the there's layers to the block.
Yeah, and in between those layers there's cement.
Yeah, there's layers to the block. So we're outside also. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. How was your week?
My week was good. Very creative, making a bunch of beats, sending out a bunch of beats, which was, fantastic. You have to like catch that wave and really just like ride it. And then, man, we got to attend a few events, which is really dope.
A few meaning two.
A few events. So Friday, the Poseidon boys were out. I even forgot why we were called the Poseidon boys, but I don't know why that is a thing.
You can dead it.
Yeah. It's so on Friday, Sam and I got to go and attend the. Well, let's start from recent to less recent. So yesterday, which was at the time of recording Saturday, Sam and I went to see the listening party for Udulele.
Yeah, Udulele.
And this was at Kuona Artist Collective. And this was courtesy of Kipepeo agency. You guys will know we had Maya on for an interview a few episodes ago. Actually, exactly 18 episodes ago. So
is it?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. She was episode 30.
No, was it 30? Oh yeah. It was 30. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Bro, listen, the times are skiing and yeeing away from us.
Wow.
Anyway.
Man, Sam, how
did you
say that again, Afam?
bro, we're skiing and yeeing into 2024.
Please don't use ski for anything else.
We're skiing and yeeing into 2024, Sam. Bro, listen.
Yeeing into 2024. That's such a nasty.
That's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying to come out of 2023.
Anyway.
How did you enjoy yesterday's experience?
That was cool, man. Yesterday was good. It was an interesting. First off, you're going out 2 days in a row, bro. I'm not built for that kind of. I'm not built for that kind of life. But you have to go out and support.
Inside port boys, bro.
You have to go out and support. You have to support your people. So we do it for that. It was a good show. It's very simple, very intimate. There were DJs in between sets. Liboi played. I don't know if I'm saying Liboi. Liboi, she played. She did a set for a couple of minutes, which was good. She's always a good performer.
Very, very engaging with the crowd and everything. I like it.
Yeah. Very engaging. It was good. It was good. After her, the guy from Tanzania. Do you remember his name? I don't remember his name.
Salum Matata.
Yes, he came on. He's
very eclectic.
His set was very attention grabbing to say
the least. But at the end of the day, I actually really enjoyed his set because I can't lie. Like I haven't been to too many of the how do you call that type of music?
It's Afrocentric.
It is Afrocentric.
That's very Afrocentric music.
Yeah, but so I haven't been in too many of those kinds of spaces.
Yeah,
but I actually came out enjoying it. And then he was interesting. He was making sudden noises.
It's not,
what's happening?
You have to chill. It's not sudden noise. It's not noise. See, this is how you're looking at this whole thing wrong, Afam.
Tap into your African roots. What do you call it? He did the thing that Jogos do. But he did multiple times, unless that's his signature.
He didn't just say he did the thing that Jogos do. Why do you think that's an okay statement to state?
But no, it's
not. But that's what I'm saying. Tap into your African roots, Afam. Come on, I know you lived in the States for a while, but let's get out of that mentality. It's African chants. He was chanting. He was letting out. He was communicating with his ancestors, with his people. Didn't you get that the whole time we were sitting there? Or what were you? Oh.
Sam, we can hear the sarcasm dripping from your voice, bro.
No, but I don't think he wasn't just making noise for making noise. I think that's part of his show, honestly.
It is part of his show. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you bro, things you're listening to music and then all of a somebody does kukuruku.
No, he didn't do
bro.
He didn't do kukuruku.
He did.
No, he didn't.
You weren't paying attention. I have it on my phone. I recorded him doing that.
I want to hear that recorded him doing that. He didn't do kukuruku, bro. Kukuruku.
I swear he did.
I get he was yelling. He was yelling at some point, just out of the blue. He's singing and then it's a yell. But no, he didn't.
Now you guys are gonna think I'm capping. I swear he did.
I don't.
Anyway, that being said, bro was actually really good. The whole band was fire. Very funky.
Yeah, it was good.
Some points.
The band was crazy. The drummer was good. His guitarist, his bassist, it was really dope. And then after him, we had another DJ set.
Unfortunately, I had to leave at that
point.
Then
Afam had to leave. Afam left for the main performance. Let's all just.
Yeah, I had to leave.
That's bad concert.
So tell me and the world what happened.
It was great. His set was good. Like at some point my shoulder started moving. It was his. I think I enjoy that kind of music.
Udulele.
Udulele. So yeah, Udulele. So the whole show was based. I think it's his show. He just released a 3-track EP. Called Ololoikwe. I don't get that wrong. Ololokwe. Yeah.
The Ololokwe edition.
Yes, so there's three joints on there. So he was performing the songs and he performed a couple of his other tunes.
But paint the picture for us, Sam. How did he come in? What you know what I mean? Paint the picture for me right. And
what do you want me to do here?
Yeah.
No, when you hype it up like that, okay, let's go. So he walked up to the stage, right? And he walked up and he was dressed in. Actually, he was. If you look at the EP. the EP on the like the album art.
The
he
cover
was
art.
just in the same thing, with the
same
with the
thing, fire.
guitar. So yeah, it was good. Then he had a guitarist. I can't remember the name of the guitarist. I asked, but the person I asked also didn't know the name of the guitarist. And then there was a bassist on stage. Then there was a drummer and there was a percussionist. He brought the energy, man. He brought the energy. His set started a little bit chill, relaxed, and then he got into some of the songs. Of course, he explained the meaning behind the EP, and then he also explained some of the meanings behind the songs. He played a bunch of good songs. Like the moment he started playing, like people got up. It was very like when you left, people were sat down, were relaxed, were.
But then the vibe
changed. The vibe changed, man. The vibe changed.
Yeah.
It was great. Guys were dancing. Guys were
so I was holding back the vibes. It's my fault.
The moment you left,
I was the wet blanket.
The good time chakras were unleashed. But the moment you left, you were down in the place. But yeah, it was a really good show. I enjoy his music personally. Like I enjoy his music.
Nice.
I even hope I collaborate with him at some point. He's great.
Shout out to the guys at Kipepeo, Maya,
Alpha.
Sally, and Alpha for inviting us for such an amazing outing.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
But then the day before, Sam, you and I were, we had Ethan Muziki and Kinoti on the podcast.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you can listen to if you would like.
Please, yes. Go back.
Yeah, and man, the Echoes event at KICC grounds was one for the books, man. I learned a lot of things. One thing I learned was these guys have the streets, man. Because I walk in, so I arrived before Sam.
Yeah.
And I walk in and I'm just seeing a bunch of people already there, sat down. And I walk in around like, I want to say it was like 3 p.m.
I'm sure people were there like mad early in the morning talking about we need to be
I
front
hear
row
people
seats.
were even lining up outside like at 10 a.m.
My
or
goodness.
something like that, man.
And the show, and they came on at what, 8?
They came on at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Over
That's
there.
a long time to be sitting down.
I know, bro. So I walk in, the DJ is doing his thing. I can't remember which DJ it was exactly, but it was a DJ, it was an MC, like just getting the crowd going. And bruh, it was packed. They were all sitting down. It was, I want to say, like 90% girls there.
Might be
demographic.
Might be 95% girls if you really do the math, man.
It was between 90 to 95% girls.
Oh, man.
We're talking about the demographic is like between the ages of 20 and like 24.
Yeah, like university, college.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, man, it was the energy was just like it was palpable. So I sat at the back, just like taking everything in, and I was like, bruh, this is crazy. These guys are actually pulling in like a crowd.
Yeah.
How many people would you say were there in total
At the peak?
Yeah. I'm so bad at gauging numbers. Because I don't know.
Also, because where we were sitting, I think it was difficult to see
the whole
to like it
spectacle,
was a little bit difficult. Like our vantage point was kind of angled. But if I'm to guess, I want to say, I don't know. I don't want to guess wrong too.
It was more than 1,500 for
over
sure.
that, maybe 2.
More than 2,000.
Maybe could be. I don't see how that would be. It was a lot of people, man. It was a lot of people.
It was quite a few. Yeah. So anyway, so this is when we arrive. So we arrive and then chilling. Sam comes. So DJ Shishi had a set.
Shout out Shishi.
Shout out to DJ Shishi.
Yeah.
She played mostly like some R&B joints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of Xenia, a little bit of Maya Molo.
So, New Nairobi.
A bunch of like
New
Nairobi guys, Kina Mr. Lou, Chevy Kev, Lucorito, that type of vibe. The Espresso Gang and all that type of stuff. So shout out to Shishi for rapping for them and stuff.
Yeah.
Then after Shishi, what DJ that DJ was getting what is he called?
I don't remember his name. I don't remember the one who came on with the MC.
With MC Gogo. I'll never forget his name. MC Gogo.
MC Gogo, shout out to you.
By the way,
Sam,
MCing is a talent, bro. It's a talent.
It is a talent.
It's a skill.
It is a talent. It's a talent, and you say it's an art form. I'm still. I mean, okay,
I think it is.
Thinking about it, it's definitely an art form.
I can't be an MC.
Yeah, it's man, to get a crowd hype, especially people who might be sitting there hungry, tired. They just want to see who they came for. They're not trying to see you, and then you can get people on their feet. That's skill.
So that DJ was like playing the hits, man. He was playing the classics from back in the day, like a lot of Issa.
Listen, as a DJ, you can't lose when you do that. Like
you can't miss.
The moment he came on and he tapped into he started with Issa, I think. He started with did he?
Yeah.
Was it Issa he started with?
I feel like I had most like 4 times that night.
He might have played it 4 times, honestly. Yeah, he said just the old shows you play, Nameless and all these guys, like it's Boomba Train, like the moment you turn and you know what, it's really interesting, and I guess we'll talk about this later, but then it's really interesting how the ears of young children are still peaked to that music. Because
to that sound.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That really is, when people say that was the golden age.
It really is the golden era. Yeah,
it really is the golden. It is, man, because these people, the demographic, like we said, was between 20 and 24. When Boomba Train came out, I was in class 1, so I would have been 6, right, or 7, 6.
Really,
right. So I'm telling you, most of the people there were either just being born or whatever. I was alive to
see it.
I was alive to kind of experience the energy, like at the peak of this music. Like at least I remember, I have some recollection.
You were outside for it.
These guys, they don't. So how they've interacted with this music is either through being out in the clubs and out in events and shit like that. Social media, TikTok.
It's easy to see how, I think, because that's partly that's the music that gets people going in clubs. Like that formula of the MC talking over the songs and hyping the crowd, and then the DJ playing those songs. Yeah. It's like a formula that is constantly replicated. In fact, on my way home after that show, the cab driver was playing almost like the same thing, but in a different place. A different MC is playing the hits, and the MC is talking over it. So it's like a formula that people use. Like it's a popular one. Nice. So I understand how if the young kids are going to the clubs and going out on Friday, like it's easy for that to be like the norm, I guess. Yeah,
and also they were very like, they were very receptive of like now like Southeast Soul, that type of vibe, the Soul Gen
Soul
vibe,
generation.
like that was what they were here to listen to.
Chris Kaiga is also
Chris Kaiga, man, when they played Kinare and Kishash by Lil Maina. Oh my god. Lil Maina has a cult following. All those girls were like going crazy, especially when Kinare came.
Yeah.
Oh my, I was like I was like, bro, I even had to go and Google the lyrics, man, for real, man. I was like, yo.
No, he has a whole those are the future stars.
No, Lil Maina has the streets. And you see the thing about Lil Maina really plays a lot into the nostalgia of the golden age of music, because the music sounds very similar to that like era of stuff, and they'll do a lot of sampling and stuff. So there's a genius there with what Lil Maina is doing. But anyway, so the DJs did their thing, and then the main attraction, Kinoti and Ethan Muziki, but Kinoti started because he had his set first, man. Bro came out with a lollipop. I was like, bro, this guy is a fucking star at this point. He came out with a lollipop. I was like, yo, this guy is dressed like like a what
just like it was just like the 80s, man.
That's like
It's not the 80s.
The 80s or the 90s, man. Yeah, with the jeans and the tucked in white shirt,
all pink.
with the scarf thing. What the scarf? Yo, bro. Yeah. Anyway, Kinoti came out.
Yo, he came out and he rocked that crowd. That guy has so much energy. It's ridiculous.
Let me just say this. Like, we've had Kinoti on the podcast. He's very calm and very down to earth.
Yeah.
And he's like, at times you would think he's just like a really regular person.
You know what?
On the
Honestly,
stage,
that's how
he's like a different beast.
Yeah, that's how I'd describe him. he's a regular guy, man. It's like part of his brand.
Exactly. He's just a guy. He has braces. You know what I mean? Like he's just you and me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when he's on the stage, bro has like a certain like charisma that I don't know. I'm like, bro, he's actually built for this thing. And
It's crazy.
he
man.
doesn't try to be more than what he is.
No, yeah,
He's
on there, he's dancing,
behind that. Yeah.
He's feeling let down by the crowd. He tells the crowd he's feeling down by them. He communicates authentically as well. That's what it seems. He communicates authentically on stage, which is great.
And the girls were eating it up, man. And live, bro.
Fact, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He has,
so
them.
he performed all the stuff, and then he left us lingering because we were all waiting for him to perform Nitangoja, but he didn't. He said Watangoja. See what I did there? So he just left, and everyone was like Nitangoja. They were literally chanting.
They weren't here for like you know what we're here for. Like, you know what we're here for. I don't know why.
Yeah. And then so after that, Ethan Muziki came in, and Ethan Muziki's set was more
curated.
I want to say it was more theatrical. Yeah, curated. Yeah. I feel like we're on the same page. Because he had like skits planned. You know, he had dancers. He had dancers.
Came up stage. There were actors that came up on the stage to act the skits
out.
The skits he was playing are the skits of his latest project, Eternal Fire, I think is what it's called.
Eternal Fire, yes.
Yeah. So,
and I guess the focus was like he had said on the podcast, Sue and Jack, like the main characters.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like at some point it might have, and I thinking about it further, I don't know whether it's his fault, just because Kinoti came with so much energy. The crowd maybe expected for Ethan to bring out the same energy and, you know, have them up and jumping and all that business. But then Ethan came out with more like, okay, like let me. He was more philosophical with his approach of his show, which was good. He played his songs. He handed out flowers. It was. I don't know if you picked that.
At the end,
and then the skits and everything like that. So
I saw Sam collecting a flower. You know, yeah. Shout out to Sam.
I didn't collect any flowers, man. I didn't take any flowers. Oh man.
No, Ethan Muziki was more curating a show.
He was
like a show. He was trying to like do that. The thing is, like, I guess, you know, people were like just trying to be hype. So when you create a show and then people have to focus in and
sit down and listen and follow the skits and then now think about the next song and how it works with the skit that you just played.
A lot of people were also at that point like they're late.
That's too much work for Friday evening, apparently.
So it's too much thinking. But that being said, it was amazing.
It wasn't The Bachelor.
I fuck with his ambition.
At all. Not at all.
Yeah, I fuck with Ethan Muziki's like ambition. He's really trying to like curate something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not just trying to he's trying to make it like bigger than just the music. He wants it to be an experience.
Yeah.
And I understand his need to do that. So I mean, Ethan's set was dope. And then he also left them lingering because he didn't play Kesho Kutwa. Everyone was like, what's happening?
Guys
why
are like,
are they not
why are you playing around?
songs?
Like, you know, that's what we're here for.
I know, bro. So he goes down, and then
It brings out Kinoti again.
the MC. No, what? No. The MC comes out. The other MC. I can't remember the other MC's name. He comes out. He does his thing for a bit, and then he's like, "Do you guys want Ethan Muziki and Kinoti to come back out?" And all the girls are like, "Yes, please." And then
What's wrong with you, man?
At some point they were even chanting. They were chanting for them, and then even the drums were the backline were like drumming along with the chants and everything. And then Ethan Muziki and Kinoti come back out all dressed in blue, bro. They planned this shit, bro. You know what I liked? They had the whole blue thing, and then I can't tell because of the lighting. I don't know if it was silver or gold shirts.
Oh no, I didn't see. I thought it was white.
It wasn't white. It was either silver or gold. I couldn't tell because of the lighting. But bro, I liked the fact that even if they were dressed in the similar dress code, it was like they personalized them for themselves. Because like Ethan's was more like what even he was wearing before. Yeah. Anyway, so they both come out dressed like whatever, and they start to do their like now biggest hits, you know, Kina Niwe and all that type of stuff. And Matunda. Hey, Sweet Matunda was fire by Ethan Muziki. And then he performs the song Kesho Kutwa. And the girls were singing it word for word, bar for bar, line for line.
Music
Sam,
has
I was
a
standing
hold on
next to a girl.
It's crazy.
Sam, I was standing next to a girl who was like giving herself like words of encouragement, like through
words of affirmation.
She was crying. Yeah.
Did you comfort her?
Affirmation.
Did you comfort her? Did you
No, I was just like
give her a hug or something?
Sam, these people were going through a religious experience in this. It was like a religious experience.
Music does that to people, man.
That was like a baptism of music. That's what I would call it. It was like a baptism of sound.
Baptism of sound. That's crazy. Yeah.
I swear, like this for them, these words mean everything. So anyway, he performs Kesho Kutwa. He gives out flowers at the end. Oh, I forget. They also brought out Brandy Maina, which was fire.
Oh, yeah, she came to do a verse.
Fire moment.
She came to do a verse on.
Yeah, she did a verse. So that was fire. They brought out some rapper called, I believe it's Caterpillar.
Caterpillar, yeah.
Yes.
Caterpillar came out.
Yeah. They brought out a rapper called Caterpillar. Even Modest Chabari came on to perform a song with Kinoti earlier. Yeah. So yeah, he does Kesho Kutwa. Then he brings back Kinoti, and Kinoti performs the song that everybody was waiting for. See what I did there? Nitangoja. Oh my goodness, Sam. If I could harvest the energy in that place.
Harvest it, and where would you do with it?
I could power Nairobi for at least a day. Like, do you know how much energy it would take to power a place for like a day? A lot of energy.
The screams of 1,000 college girls.
The screams of 1,000 college girls.
The screams of 1,000 college girls would power Nairobi for a day.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
We should send the government some tips. Maybe get into a contract with them. Just be going to shows.
I know where
it's like Monsters Inc. It's like Monsters Inc.
But
out here. Yeah,
bro, those girls were singing it word for word, bar for bar. I know I already said that earlier in the podcast, but they sang every single word.
There was a girl who came in front of me, a young woman who came in front of me, and she was videoing herself. I guess she was on TikTok or something, and she was crying, like she was dancing. It was crazy. God. I was like, oh man, you really like this song, like they like the song, but you like this is your life basically at this point.
And then me, I was just watching people, man, like. People looked like they were having, like there were people you could see in the audience, they were in love. So it felt like, this is like a core moment with you and the person you're with. Like you could see that they were just like this is part of their story. Remember the time we went and saw Kinoti and Ethan Muziki?
I don't know if the guys were feeling it that much though. They're just like, my girl loves
I don't know
this
about
dude.
the guy. Me
Give him some
personally,
streams.
Sam, I can't even cap. I think I saw like 4 or 5 guys in the crowd. I like honestly.
There was a row.
I'm not
There was like a row, half a row, just of guys. All of them congregated in that one row. And like, guys, let's keep an eye on our girls so that they don't run to Kinoti, not run to the stage, and let's just chill out here, man.
Yeah, and so he
Let's just chill
performed
out here.
Nitangoja, and these guys were like in tears. They were having a religious experience, like I said. They were just all up, just all types of messed up by this music, man. Like I feel like those words mean like the world to them. And in that moment,
guys,
Sam,
these guys have their ears, man. Their type of music is
exactly
very relatable.
Yeah,
very Ed Sheeran like.
Exactly.
I'm saying it's just the type of music it's like Ed Sheeran, man. It's like it's very personal, Sheeran, very chill, very emotional. So it's very easy to get people who are looking for that, I guess, like the sappy emotional.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, but then like the emotional people who are looking for that in music, emotion rules everything over beats, over whatever it is.
And in that moment, Sam, I sat down and I thought to myself, damn, these guys are literally the future, bro. For real. I sat down and I said, yo, I put my hands up. I was like, they have the streets, bro. Like, and this is just like the beginning of their story for them. So
yeah. It's a start, man. It's a start. It's kind of scary. I think thinking about it for me, it's kind of scary for them because it's like, okay, like you're getting this kind of reception, and this is off the heels of the Sarit shutdown, right? So you're getting that kind of reception, and it's like, how do you stay? You need to really have focus and stay focused and not get carried away by fame.
Yeah. But it looks like they are, because like they're gonna be in Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
So they're in the lineup. Yeah. So shout out to them. Shout out to Matilda for, I guess, organizing that whole thing. I was looking at her, she just looked stressed the whole night, running around. But still having time to check up on us and be like, yo, are you guys good?
That's
and
really
stuff
kind,
like that.
man.
I
She's a kind
respect it.
soul.
Yeah, very kind soul. I respect it because, come on, if it was me, I would not even have time to talk to anyone. I'd probably just be falling apart, crumbling.
She's built for it.
Somewhere in the corner.
She's built for it.
Yeah, she is built for it. Yo, Sam, we've really talked about. Okay, I guess we can just very briefly, expound on this idea or this kind of thing that, because when I went home. And I was, even in the cab ride home, I was just like, why? Like, these guys are so palatable.
Yeah.
Like, for the industry. Like, they're making music that the mainstream just really embraces. But at the same time, even the people who might tend towards the underground scenes would also still appreciate their music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, man, if you're an artist coming up, is there like, I don't even know how to articulate this properly, but is there something to be said about trying to make music that can be consumed by a large audience? And I know it's weird because like some artists, like even me, I've done it. Like I'm a very like niche forward person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I've also experienced the same thing. Maybe the people listening to this podcast might not know, but I have like a series where I review music on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. And recently I've been doing a bunch of like alternative drum and bass type of videos and music and reviewing that. I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. But here's the thing. People aren't feeling those that music as much as they were when I was doing more mainstream stuff like R&B, Afro beats and Kenyan music and stuff like that. And it got me thinking, man, like, yes, I do have this part of me that really wants to like explore my niche interest. But if I want to scale like my whole thing and appeal to a broad audience, if that's my goal, because for some people, like, you know, their goal isn't to do such a thing,
Yeah.
or monetize, or that some people just really want to just do things for their own like self-actualization, and that's also really dope. But I just like, if you really want to scale and bring in some revenue and reach a broad audience, like, you know, the mainstream matters a lot.
It does,
right?
it does.
And it's something that we really observed, even in the music that the crowd were really fucking with. It was more mainstream, and it's weird because they're young.
And again, maybe this might be for that particular crowd. We never know because we've not been around that much. We're not outside a lot. But then there's a contrast between when we talk about real mainstream versus almost what we would consider the niche, right? So like when mainstream is Nameless, Out of Soul, all of them came on, like people really, the reaction to that was different than the niche market is always going to be the niche market. I think is it's always going to be, it's always going to be less popular, not less successful, but less popular than pop music. So it's now, as an artist, when you're coming in, you have to find your lane and stick to it. I think just know how to do what you're doing well. In the Kenyan market, I would think that just from looking at it, and I could be wrong, but then we have more examples of people going down that route. Even the newer artists like Chris Kaiga, artists like maybe Mutoria, the kids, Lil Minor, they have more success aiming for like creating music like for the clubs and all this business, and trying to recreate that feeling. We don't know whether they're doing it on purpose, but it seems like that's the movement. So they're trying to recreate that feeling that people got in the 10 years ago, maybe the 2010s, around that time. So you're always going to be less have maybe less notoriety, but I don't think that should affect, because we can't all just pander to do the same music. You know, it has to be
to do the same.
It has, find your lane and do it well. I guess that's.
I suppose for a healthy ecosystem, there has to be people appealing to the underground and appealing to the niche, crowds of music, and also appealing to the mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess the main thing to consider is, I guess you'd have to like really do research on, like, if I was in the position where I am about to be releasing music, but if I was in that position, I'd just be like, how did other people making the type of music that's niche also do the same thing and be successful at it? You know, you look at the likes of Kinasanti doing Alte music and stuff like that. They have a very, very core audience of people who consume their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're not necessarily mainstream. Like Asante, like Rema is mainstream. Santi would appeal more to the underground artists. Like, you know, I don't know. It's so I feel like there needs to be more. There needs to be like some incisiveness and real strategy when you're appealing to niche audiences, because there's less margin for error.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like if you're trying to like really like monetize off of the art and as well as eat off of the art as well, you need to really figure it out.
Especially here, you really need to figure out how you're going to go about that, especially when it comes to the business aspect of it. Yeah, it's
because it's scary, Sam. It's like, it's a scary conversation to have it, but it's a real conversation to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do artists make their money? It's through doing shows, and it's through brand endorsements and deals. When we're talking about the Kenyan industry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Obviously, there's other ways to monetize merchandise, etc. But like in the Kenyan industry, those are the two main ways people make money, and most of this money gets put within the mainstream, and that's unfortunate. But it's just like, if I'm an artist, is that something I should consider? Like, do you think that's selling out? I don't know, bro.
No,
It's a
that's
hard
not-
conversation to
Well,
have.
it's a hard conversation, but we have to have hard conversations. I think there's something you had brought up when we were talking about this earlier. Is if you're a niche artist, the other thing to do is to find niche, the same niche or similar niche, a niche
Yes.
audience in other areas, maybe another
Yes,
country, another part of the country,
Yeah.
or whatever. Like expand your audience. Maybe you have a specific type of audience. Like for example, the more Afrocentric type music that Udulele does and all of.
Yeah.
I keep saying Udulele. Is it Udulele? Udulele.
We get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of music. So now you find people who really rock with that kind of music in Europe and in America and in different countries in Africa and Australia and all of that. So we always forget Australia
And
just because
appeal
it's in
to
the
them.
corner of the world. But yeah, so that's one way to expand your reach so that you're working more.
And it's how
No, go ahead.
you're working more.
You're working. You have more to work with, rather than try to milk one market and because that can get very frustrating if you don't see the results you're looking for.
Because let's be honest, like even like if you're looking at like Asante and Odunsi and all those guys from Alte, right? There's a ceiling to how successful that they'll get if they were just trying to only appeal to the Nigerian market.
Nigerian crowd. Yeah,
you get what I mean.
Would have crept up quickly,
very quickly. But how did we find about like the Alte movement really appealed to the New Nairobi movement, right? And I found out about Kinasanti and Odunsi. Kirby put me onto them way back, and Kirby was a big, staple of like New Nairobi and stuff like that. So like they appealed to something similar that was bubbling up over here, and I'm sure every country in the world has something similar bubbling up that's similar to like the Alte movement. You appeal to those. You try and export your music to those other markets that are niche but similar, and sell to them and monetize. And then obviously these guys, Kinasanti and them, their audience is really strong, like in the UK and parts of America. They really resonate with that stuff, and that's why you see, like, I mean, we see Santi is I don't know if he still is, but I think he has a deal with like Love Renaissance.
Yeah.
Those guys are very heavily linked. You look at their listener counts and stuff. There's a lot of it coming from the UK and that type of stuff. So it's like, how do I export my music to places where people will appreciate it? So that's what I'm saying. If you're making more niche music, you really have to really think about how to sell yourself appropriately, because it's more difficult.
True.
Because if you're mainstream, you're fine. You're cool. Like, people will fuck with the music nonetheless. The brands will be more attracted to them because there's more numbers and stuff like that.
Yep.
So for me and Sam, why we were talking about it is because it's scary. Because even me personally, I'm more of a niche individual, just like with how I am in terms of what I make and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's something to really think about. And it's like, you see how Ethan Muziki and Kinoti are rising, and these guys are gonna be the mainstream guys like in a few years, man. Not even many years, bro. Like, these guys are gonna reach, if they keep on doing what they're doing, their trajectory is like similar to like Kina Ben Soul, Nviri, Sauti Soul.
It'll be interesting
they can.
It'll be interesting to see how they evolve. And in terms of like even just the kind of music they make, so I'm just thinking like in the next 5-10 years, I really hope to look back and still see their footprints everywhere. It would be really dope.
Yeah. Anyway, oh my God, this is long. Okay, so outside of the whole the Echoes performance,
something
other
huge
big
happened.
news that happened.
Yeah.
Was Lisa Odwar. Congratulations
Colours,
to her,
Colours.
man.
That's a great one.
Colors. Shout out to everyone who put that together. I believe the lead on that project was Monica Kemoli, who I always forget the main like title, but like she's the head of like East African label partnerships with Spotify and stuff, something like that. But like, shout out to her for putting that together. Spotify,
big
Colors
look for Kenya. It's a big look.
It's huge, man. Yeah. It's a big look. She's the first ever artist on Colors, and she did us really, really proud.
Oh no, yeah, her show was great. She was up there. Really proud. She was the colors that pun intended. The colors they picked, like, it was really cool, very nice, very warm. She looked great. She sounded
nice
great.
Orange.
Yeah, it was
nice.
it was super dope, man. It was super dope.
Yeah, and I watched like the brief like interview she did about like how the song came about and her favorite lyric in the song, and it's dope to see like people who we've seen come up like really be embraced in this like international stages and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people who fought through a lot of stuff in the industry. Like I've had some discussions with her, and she says some of the stuff that that people have gone through in this industry as a artist and as a background singer, because she's done a lot. It's just like now to see her on stage, and she just came from a very successful Australia tour too, so it's like it's wins and wins for her. So man, congratulations. That's a big one.
Dubs in the chat for Lisa Odor. And well, there's rumblings that there's other names in the pot for the Colors.
Has anything been confirmed?
So I don't know. Let's wait and see. But there's rumblings. There's other names we can expect to grace the Color stage.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm just a fan. I am just here listening and watching what you guys do. So shout out to you guys, and the guys at Spotify for putting that together and putting us on like in a crazy way. That's actually really putting Kenyan music.
Yeah, the lights are starting to come on.
Stage.
Like honestly, the lights, I feel like the lights, like it might not be the lights in the main house, but the lights in the basement they're on now. So we're starting to.
They're on. They're on.
It's exciting. It's exciting.
There's a Kenyan music revolution.
It's exciting.
You know?
Yeah.
We talked about the golden age of music.
Maybe we're having the golden age renaissance. We're having the
golden age renaissance of music. Fire.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, man. In terms of other news, I mean, briefly, there was the Trace Africa awards.
I didn't see too much noise about it, honestly. It wasn't publicized as much, or maybe I was just not around.
Can't say I'm excited about them.
I was just not around where it was being publicized, but yeah, it was cool. I'll mention the Kenyan artists that were nominated. So we had 2 artists from Kenya, if I'm not wrong. There may be more. If there are more, I've missed them. But then we had Calligraph Jones, OG, and Nadia Mukami. We talked about her. Was it last episode or 2 episodes ago?
Last episode.
And they are in the Best Artist East Africa category, which was won by
shout out to them.
Sir Diamond Platinums. Yeah, but the awards, I mean, it seemed to go well. Album of the year was taken by Burna Boy, Love Damini. Calm Down by Rema, of course, won for Song of the Year. Davido got Best Male, which is cool because he recently just came out of a tragedy. And like his album did great. So he also got best, what was it? Best collaboration, Unavailable with Musa Keys. I love that song. I've played that song enough times.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, I heard it out enough times as well.
But yeah, so there was, different people nominated. A couple of wins from Ivory Coast, a couple of wins from DRC. Nigeria carried a lot also. So yeah, it was really good. It was the awards were held in Kigali, Rwanda, which is also cool. It's a cool look for Rwanda. Rwanda is really it's. I think Rwanda in a few years, if they keep going, they might become like another hub, just how Nairobi was, in terms of everything. But yeah, so that was cool. Just if you're really interested, you can go into that and like look at the award-winning artists. I don't know why I said it like that. And yeah,
fire, and shout out to everyone involved.
Yep.
New music, Sam. I'll just go through what I listened to. So Maya Molo released Deluxe to her album Asali. This was the sweeter edition of Asali.
Yep.
Bro, sweeter than honey, man. Come on. So she had a few like additions, a song with Xenia, a song with Zoe Kengocha. I didn't listen to all the songs, but I listened to Wilding. I listened to the song with Zoe and Xenia as well.
Yeah.
Fire stuff that she's doing out there. So shout out to Maya Molo. Obviously we had Lisa Ador for keeps. What more can we say, bro? Lisa is killing it. My guy Iken released his album Galatia. Obviously, we played Galatia, the single, here on the podcast. Come on, listen, we are tapped in. Anyway, so for me, Divine Intervention is an amazing song. Iken is just so dope at what he does. I think Iken is just amazing. Anyway, so I listened to that and I was just like blown away. I can't wait to listen to the whole album as a whole.
He's been dropping singles, and finally released the album. It's got 13 songs on it.
2 days ago.
Yeah. So that's good.
Watenda Willie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm going to get into it. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. Yeah.
There's a lot of good music this week because Watenda Willie released Rest of My Life. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's part of an EP. They actually released 3 songs. Double Treble.
Oh, it's part of an EP. Fire.
Yeah, it's called Double Treble.
Everyone released projects because even New Funk released an album.
Yeah, it was heavy with projects this week.
Like it was not just singles. So New Funk released an album called
Money and Other Things.
Money and Other Things. I listened to Money Emotions. It's just what you expect from New Funk. Like he's just on that very like, it's almost what's the word? Like fighting for something. What's the word for that? This is a singular word, English word.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not revolutionary.
I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. The word is in my head. It's just like, not coming out.
There's a tinge of activism in his music, or something. Like there's a broad message that he's trying to convey. Even if you look at his social media, it's very like there's a lot of like sentiments he has, political sentiments, just like human. Like he's really trying to like push a message with his music. We need people like that. The music industry needs people like that, doing shit like that, making music that's not just like we said, like that's not just for mainstream consumption. So super
that's
like
fire. That's fire.
Dope music. And then the last 2 songs I'll say I listened to was Timmy Tim. Really, I always make that mistake. Not Timmy Tim. Timmy Blanco released a song, Put On. Very fire. I
love the rapping on this one, man.
Yeah, I loved the rapping on it.
It was very real, very raw. It's very like bars, straight bars, and the beat was good too. So yeah, really enjoyed it.
Straight bars, the beat was good. They even gave us the beat at the end to just vibe to us. Like, yeah, these guys knew they did something. You know, when they give you the beat at the end to vibe to, it means like, I killed it. Yeah. I killed this.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
And then Nakuwaza by King Kirby. What more can I say about King Kirby, bro? Bro has been killing it this year. Also came out with the visuals. Kirby is really working, man. Like, this guy has said, I am not waiting for anyone else. I am gonna just do this thing.
About time.
Shout out to Kirby. Oh yeah, and then lastly, Sabiwu released Toto. Shout out to Sabiwu. I see he's really trying to push himself, trying to push boundaries, trying to make different genres of music,
get into different spaces and everything, which is fire.
Yeah, not just be tied up in his, what he's been known to make. So yeah, shout out to Sabiwu as well.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I heard those. Just a few more. Where were we? Oh, okay. So Red Sun. Now I don't know if you've been.
I heard the song.
Yeah, we're talking about legacy. Red Sun actually went to his stuff, and he's been releasing a bunch of music. He released a couple of an EP last year, and then I think he's released around maybe 6-7 singles, including this one. So he's silently been pushing. I was just thinking about it, like it must be difficult for the golden age artists who might not have made as much noise as the others to come back and try and adapt themselves to the.
Well, Redson made a bunch of noise in his time.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it must be difficult for them. Or they have to do a little bit more work because now you have to adapt yourself to the sound. Because now on this one, Usiwai was as an amapiano sound. Like, you have to adapt yourself to the sound, and then it. But anyway, his consistency usually helps with that sometimes, and just being tapped in, like having the kids around you and all that business. So that was fire. Manolo K, I think he's a gospel artist. He released a project called Karibu. It has 22 songs on it. I think a good number of them are produced by Wodomolo, who is fire. He does the if you ever hear the ethereal, like, vocal harmonies on songs, he did it on, what's the song? Is it Birthday by Nviri? Like, those are his vocals. Like, he does that. Sorry?
No. I'm saying okay.
Yeah. So he does that really well. Anyway, just to highlight that. So that was a project that was released. A couple of there was a lot of music that was put out, man. We can't go through everything, but there's some really good.
Shori Nikitu by Almaras and Depodice. Also, Big Yasa dropped. As well. Rapping the Drillers as usual. Was there one more that I wanted to shout out? No, I don't think so.
That's cool.
Yeah, but the song by Big Yasa is called Use Me. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool, dope. So for this podcast, it'll be good to highlight. It'll be good to highlight the achievement, I feel.
Yes.
There's other songs that definitely could earn that spot, but then I think we would love to play For Keeps by Lisa Oduor Noah. Amazing song, amazing performance. Yeah, here is For Keeps.
Sweet, passionate man, peaceful mind and wonder-filled eye. You never knew love was forever till I met you. Now it's for keeps. Need you to know and remember that I've got you and you me. Now it's you and me. Let's get along. that's for keeps.
That was Lisa Odwornoa with 4 Keeps. The harmonies and backgrounds that this lady does, my goodness, it's very, 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 very nice to listen to. It's very healing, I would say.
Yeah.
Very healing.
Yeah.
Very lovely performance. So congratulations again for the whole colors thing, man. Really hope that this is the start for you.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
And she's in the category of artists who we've played more than once on the podcast, which is dope. That's always a big shout. Like if we play an artist more than once on the podcast,
Yes,
it means
for sure.
Without a doubt.
We're really rocking with you. So shout out to Lisa.
Yeah, man. So guys, listen, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 48. Yeah, man. We enjoy delivering this podcast to you guys. Yeah, and we are very, very quickly approaching episode 50.
We're fastly approaching 50.
Fastly approaching 50. This comes out on Wednesday, so I guess I can kind of say this now. I'm releasing music on Friday, guys.
Hey, I thought you weren't going to mention it. I thought you were going to be not. You're not going to utilize your platform, Afam. You have to utilize your platform.
No.
You have to.
Platform will be utilized. They're gonna see all through the week. You'll see like. You know how there's this meme about like if I ever got rich, I wouldn't show off, but there would be signs. I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it, but it makes a lot of sense.
Anyway, yeah, there will be signs that music will be coming out all through the week,
All
so
right,
people
all
will
right.
just figure it out.
That's dope.
Yeah, and guys, listen, you can find us in real life. You can also find us on Instagram,
on Fake Life, which is
Threads,
social media.
Yeah, on Fake Life, which is social media, and X as well. You can listen to us on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, which will be X'd, and lastly on Anchor Music. If you're somebody who listens to us on Anchor Music, I'd really not Anchor Music, Anchor for podcasts. I'd really like to know because
who are you?
I find
and
that interesting.
And
Yeah.
How does that work for you? Like,
I just
what kind of person?
maybe some people might really just use Anchor. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to us on Anchor right now, I know you're probably laughing, but like yeah, yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will catch you on the 49th iteration of the 30% podcast.
30% podcast.